No, I'm not running to get my work done. So, I'm always looking for new ways of working that can help me get the most out of my limited time. I like watching videos from other YouTubers that have tried and tested methods or come up with their own. And it's this curiosity that has led me to books like The 12-Week Year and Make Time. More on those later. Watching these types of videos or reading these types of books always gives me a burst of motivation to try and start putting these techniques to the test in my own life. In turn, I would then go and make a video showing my results, and hopefully in the process another curious soul like myself would find the video and it would help them out in their journey to better their life and get the most out of their time and abilities. Saying that, the thing I want to talk about today isn't something that I found. It's something that found me. The company I work for had a restructure not too long ago, and part of that included finding new ways of working for all the different departments. There were loads that could have been chosen from, and many of which I've probably never even heard of, but the one that was chosen for my team was Agile. Now, like me, the first time I heard Agile, you're probably wondering, what the hell is Agile? Agile is a way of working most commonly used by software developers and tech companies. In fact, it's more than just a way of working, it's a framework. You don't just work Agile, you have to completely shift your mindset and live it. Agile is an iterative approach to project management. Now, what this means is that all of the work isn't all done together and then launched on one huge launch day. Instead, the work is carried out and released in small chunks continuously, allowing for things to be improved, reworked, or changed completely. It's designed to try and stop all of the headaches and prevent you from having loads of bug fixes, if any at all, by the end of the project. The chunk of time dedicated to working before releasing a piece of work are known as things called iterations or sprints, and these can vary in timescales. The place I work at goes by a 2-week iteration, but this video isn't to talk about my day job. I'd very much rather not talk about that. This is how I've taken the Agile approach to work and incorporated some of the ideas into how I plan my life. Specifically taking the idea of sprints and using them to help with my work. Mainly these videos. If you've learned something new about project management and how it could possibly make your life easier, then please go ahead and tap on that like button to help spread this video to more people. I mentioned the 12-Week Year earlier, and this is a book that's had a big impact on the way that I make my goals and plan my work since last year. I take some time to come up with a long-term goal or vision that I'm striving for, and then think of smaller goals that I can achieve in 12 weeks. Of course, these smaller goals need to be a cog in the wheel to take me to those long-term aspirations, otherwise it's just pie in the sky, you know? These 12-week goals are then looked at each week as I plan out the week ahead to help me achieve them. My video about why there are 12 weeks in my year goes into more detail if you're interested in learning more. I've been using this method of working for a few months now and it's been working well so far. But there's always improvements that can be made, right? Whilst I was learning about Agile at my 9 to 5, I happened to be reading a great book called Make Time by Jake Knapp and John Zeratsky. This book is written by 2 software engineers who used to work for Google and is all about how we can change our environment and our relationship with technology to help create more time for ourselves. This time can then be used for whatever you like. Building a business, working out, writing a book, making YouTube videos perhaps. Anything. One great thing they mention in the book is to set a highlight each day, and no matter what, you make sure you make the time to get that done. It's powerful. They talk about the ways of working they used to use at Google to make sure they got those highlights done, and one of the ways they mention is to use personal sprints. Introducing personal sprints is a great way of making sure you get that highlight done, and it's something that I've introduced into my own life. I merged the idea of personal sprints with the ideas from the 12-week year to make sure that I have a highlight each day when I'm scheduling my week. Sometimes it's the storytelling course, sometimes it's recording a video, and sometimes it's editing the video. Whatever it is, I make sure that if all else fails, that's the thing I get done that day. It's worked about 95% of the time, and that's a pretty good rate if you ask me. The fun doesn't stop there. Each week has time set aside for you to review the past sprint. Now, I set my sprints as a week, personally, which I may play around with that time frame depending on how I feel I can get some marginal gains out of that. And there are 3 important questions I like to ask myself. Number 1 is, what went well? Think about the things that went smoothly during the sprint. Did I get my highlight done each day? That sort of thing. What didn't go so well? Now, not everything's going to be right all the time, so it's good to get down in front of me what went wrong And this isn't to beat myself up or anything, it's to help me answer the next question, which is, what actions will I take next time? I think about things that I could have done differently to help the week go smoother, so I know what to change for the next sprint. For example, I used to have my workouts at a time when my son was still awake, so it was a nightmare with him trying to climb all over the equipment because he thought I was just playing and he wanted to play with me, but he can't play with me because it's dangerous because of the heavy weights, and yeah. So I've now moved that to a time when he's asleep and shifted around when I do my studying, which has actually worked out a hell of a lot better. This review is important and helps keep me motivated to work on the other things that are important to me. Because, let's be honest, just because something's important to you doesn't mean that you want to work on it 24/7. Learning about Agile and using personal sprints to manage the work in my life has motivated me exponentially. There's something about time and project management that just really excites me. Sitting and planning for the week ahead just gets me really excited for all the things that I could just possibly achieve with the time that I've made for myself. If you want to learn more about Agile, then I suggest heading over to Atlassian. They know a hell of a lot more than what I do. Make Time is an excellent read if you're not really into project management, but want to know ways that you could squeeze work or activities that you love into your busy schedule. And if you enjoyed this video, then you might also enjoy my video on how to stop your phone from being your distraction. You can see that right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.